I cannot run the shipping container and the lid on the MK4 on the same build plate together, so I was excited to see that I can do that on the Core One. I can have both of these designs print at the same time. The MK4 and the Core One use the same size build plate, but the Core One can use more of it. This design will take just under 10 hours for both of them together, but when I checked up on it, I saw that I had some warping here on the side, just where the wall meets the floor. And I had kind of stopped using the MK4 for the shipping container because I had warping. I was hoping that the enclosure on the Core One would help with that maybe it was drafts. This is just PLA, so I'm a little disappointed that I'm having warping on both sides. I let the entire print run, and I did have the door closed with the vent open to start. I closed the vent halfway through, but the warping had already happened. Prusa Slicer had arranged the lid behind, so I wasn't sure if that had any warping, but I don't see anything. It doesn't look like, even on the flat surface, that there was any warping on the lid. And overall, this green blue silk looks pretty good, especially on the outside. I feel like it looks pretty good. There's a little bit of stringing here in the corners, but I can pop that off. It didn't actually damage or cause any problems. But you can see the warping right here on the wall, and you can even see it on the floor. On both sides, the right is worse. I usually run this on the bamboo, and I do have a liner that I put inside if somebody orders magnetic. And so the back and the floor doesn't bother me too much. The bamboo isn't super smooth on the lid, and so I was excited to see that the Core One lid was a lot better. I don't have, that kind of roughness on that uppermost layer on the Core One that I did have with the Bamboo X1C. But with the X1C, I do have better corners, and I don't have warping on the actual room box. Both printers have that kind of design on the back that I need to adjust the design in Tinkercad, but you can see there's no warping on the floor, and the corners are square. There's not that kind of squished look that I'm getting with the Core One. I'm sure there's things that I could do to fine tune this. I could probably change the layer height or change the temperature a little bit and run it a few times. But since I do have it working on the bamboo, that's what I'll do. This particular one, if I add the floor and add the magnetic, it's not super obvious, at least the floor isn't. But I still don't love that there is that squished, and it almost looks a little warped even just sitting here on the build plate. So I'm not super excited about this. Let me know your thoughts, what you would do if you would just run it on a different printer or if you would really take the time to fine tune it. But this really shows why your own designs are what matters on the printers that you use. Thanks for watching.